What's up? Let's go. Yeah, what's up?
Get this
Don't do.
Israel Adesanya has clapped back at his critics for calling him a racist following his face-off with Dricus Du Plessis at UFC 290, where the South African beat Robert Whittaker by second-round TKO to earn a title shot. In his post-fight interview, Du Plessis faced off with Adesanya, and the champ repeatedly said the N-word to provoke him. Du Plessis' fans back home in South Africa took offense at Adesanya's comments and accused him of being a racist. One said, quote, "Adesanya's weird, racist rant at Du Plessis is a strange way to build heat for that title fight. A man who spent decades of his life in New Zealand dragging a man who has lived in South Africa his entire life over his Africanness because he isn't black? Yeesh, bad look." South African politician Reynaldo Gauss said, quote, "Whittaker and Du Plessis, legends. Well done, boys. South Africa is coming for those titles." Also, the only thing Adesanya showed in the ring tonight is that he's a racist, dropping the N-word all the time to elicit a response from the true champion, Dricus Du Plessis. Another tweet said, quote, "Israel Adesanya delivered the most embarrassingly racist rant I have ever seen in sports tonight. I used to be a fan, no longer. Throwing N-bombs in someone's face is not only racist, but it's low class and low character. Embarrassing." Dricus Du Plessis called Adesanya a clown in his post-fight press conference.
He's behaving like a clown in there. That's not how a champion behaves. That's not how a man behaves.
Why don't you say it to Adesanya's face, Dricus? For those who accused Adesanya of being racist, here's what he had to say. Quote, "I called him a cracker, they got mad. I called him the N-word, and they got madder. The lesson is, you can't please people. Them." Khamzat Chimaev's coach has mistakenly, or perhaps deliberately, revealed his student's next opponent. But before we find out who that lucky guy is, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thank you. Khamzat Chimaev's coach, Ozzy Dubalubkov, recently shared an Instagram story in which he revealed that he was studying Chimaev's next opponent. Ozzy, who was watching fight footage, had the fighter blurred. Fight fans are pretty smart, however, and one of them figured out that it was top UFC middleweight contender Jared Cannonier. Ozzy's story was reposted by Chimaev, pretty much confirming their next move. Following his win against Marvin Vettori last month, Cannonier revealed that he'd fight Chimaev only on one condition.
He's not even ranked in middleweight, is he?
No.
So, I know he's popular. Everybody wants to see him do his thing and stuff like that. If they called me and said, "Hey, Khamzat, for a contenders match," that's a yes. I'm trying to get to the title. I'm not just fighting to entertain you people. You know what I mean? I know you guys want to see it. I know it will be a good fight. You know what I mean? If that fight gets me the title shot, yes.
Does that mean Kamaru Usman's being kept in the dark about all of this? In a recent interview, the former UFC welterweight champion revealed that he personally asked Dana White to feed him Chimaev, but the Swedish Chechen doesn't want to fight at welterweight, and Dana doesn't want to do a catchweight fight between the two at middleweight.
You want to fight? Cut the weight and let's fight. Be disciplined. He don't want to do that anymore, He's got money now. He's loving the life and he's living good. He don't want to cut the weight. He wants to eat and he wants to move the goalposts for him. No, you want to be champion. This is the gold standard right here. Cut the weight and let's make it happen.
If Chimaev versus Cannonier is the way forward, then the fight will likely take place at UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. In that case, who do you guys think will win? Speaking about UFC 294, is Charles Oliveira ducking a fight against UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev in Abu Dhabi? Oliveira faced Makhachev at UFC 280 in Abu Dhabi, where he lost by second-round submission. The Brazilian recently returned to the win column with a victory against Beneil Dariush at UFC 289. Initially, Oliveira said that he'd happily fight Makhachev in Abu Dhabi again, but he recently revealed that he won't be ready for it. He's eyeing a return in November or December.
Has there been any movement on a possible fight with Islam in October in Abu Dhabi?
Tem alguma notícia sobre lutar com o Islam em Abu Dhabi?
Não tenho nada, mas a luta de outubro para mim não serve. É uma luta muito curta. Pouco tempo de treino, pouco tempo de se preparar. Novembro, dezembro eu tô pronto.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't have nothing yet. You know what I mean? Like they still are waiting. But to be honest, in October it's too soon for me. It's too soon. especially if the fight's gonna be there. I really gonna be ready in November, December, but October is too soon. But we don't have enough in yet.
Is Oliveira scared of Makhachev? Here's what fans have to say. Quote, Oliveira's scared to come to Abu Dhabi again. UFC better find an opponent for Islam for October. I knew Charles Oliveira was scared of Islam Makhachev. Cut Du Bronx some slack, guys. He wants to be at his best for a title fight against Makhachev, which is understandable, but given Team Habib's star power in the United Arab Emirates, it's hard to imagine UFC 294 without the Dagestani. If Oliveira isn't up for it, Alexander Volkanovski will happily step in for his rematch.
We all know I want that lightweight belt. We all know I want that rematch. I want that Islam fight. I think not only for me to get that belt, for me to get that win back, but I think it is a massive fight for the UFC as well.
How much money will Francis Ngannou make through a boxing exhibition against Tyson Fury? According to Ariel Helwani, an exhibition boxing match between Ngannou and Fury is expected to be announced very soon, which means Ngannou's dream of a big payday would come true very soon. The question is, how much would Ngannou make? At least 10 times the amount MMA fighters make per fight, according to Fury.
So I'm assuming boxing makes more money than
yeah.
UFC, right?
100%.
A lot more. Can you disclose, or is that private?
Private information.
Private information.
Just let's say 10, 20, 30, 50 times the amount.
Yeah.
Ngannou's last MMA purse for his heavyweight title defense against Cyril Gane at UFC 270 was close to $700,000, which is $7 million when multiplied by 10. Recently, Fury posted a video of himself throwing a knee, elbow, and headbutt while shadowboxing on the street ahead of his rumored fight against Ngannou. Boxers don't throw knees and elbows, do they? Sean Strickland has zero filters when it comes to sharing his opinions, whether someone likes it or not. And he recently turned his guns towards Belal Muhammad. The top UFC welterweight, a devout Muslim of Palestinian descent, has been vocal about his criticism of Israel's actions during the long-standing conflict with Palestine, something that doesn't sit well with Strickland. During a recent appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, this is what Strickland had to say, and I quote, "Me and Belal Muhammad, I think I said some about Palestine that they should bend the knee. Palestine would be way better if they threw out Hamas and went to Israel and said, hey, let's make this better. But you have someone like Belal Muhammad, who barely ever goes to Palestine. You, Israel, propagating war instead of bringing an olive branch. Belal, you're a coward, bro. You're in America, and you say divisive on the couch with your Twitter thumbs." Strickland is not everyone's cup of tea, given his fiery personality. And when Maycee Barber happened to walk past him during a backstage interview, she gave him a rather bad look. But why?
She went on the tweet, and she was talking about, like, the fans telling her she should go kill herself, and I'm like, welcome to life. What do you think? They're just going to say they want to have sex with you and you're pretty? Like, that is the other side of the coin there, Miss Maycee. As you're loved, you were also hated. So I think she got a little mad.
Strickland is coming off an impressive stoppage win against Abus Magomedov and wants to fight for the middleweight title next. Unfortunately, he'd have to wait because of Du Plessis, or fight someone else in the meanwhile. Who should he fight next? Let us know your thoughts on today's stories in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of mixed martial arts and boxing, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on your notifications. Thank you for your continued love and support, and we'll see you in the next one.